Key points. Napoleon. Napoleon symbolises the Soviet dictator Joseph Stalin. Right from the start, Napoleon has the temperament for a dictator, as he's described as being fierce and always getting his own way. Initially, Napoleon works with the other pigs, especially Snowball and Squealer. Together they devise the concept of animalism, rename the farm and formulate the 7 commandments. Napoleon commits the first act of corruption on the farm when he keeps the milk for himself, showing he's selfish and immoral. This corruption grows with Napoleon taking the best food, living in the farmhouse, working less, drinking alcohol, sleeping in a bed and wearing clothes. Napoleon takes 9 newborn puppies to raise. The other animals forget about this, and meanwhile Napoleon trains them as his personal guard. This shows he's planning ahead. Napoleon, like Stalin, is not a good public speaker. In order to combat Snowball's rousing speeches, Napoleon trains the sheep to interrupt by bleating at key moments, and this shows he's clever and sly. Napoleon patiently waits until his puppies have grown into dogs. Then, at an opportune moment, he uses them to expel Snowball from the farm, leaving him in sole command. Napoleon then abolishes the weekly meetings, effectively putting an end to the farm's democratic state. Napoleon makes great use of Squealer in order to spread propaganda and secure his power over the other animals. Napoleon begins to trade with humans in order to make money so that he can buy items to make his life even more comfortable. This shows he's willing to sacrifice the well-being of others in return for his own benefit. Napoleon begins to form a cult status by having Squealer refer to him simply as the leader. Napoleon, with the help of Squealer, also develops the idea that Snowball was a traitor, and they make him the scapegoat for anything that goes wrong, including the destruction of the windmill during the storm. As well as using propaganda to maintain his totalitarian state, Napoleon begins to develop the use of violence as a means of control. He accuses 4 pigs of collaborating with Snowball and then has them executed. Napoleon thinks he's being clever by playing the humans off against each other during the sale of the timber, but Frederick ultimately has the last laugh as he pays with forged banknotes, and this shows Napoleon's not as clever as he thinks. Napoleon decrees that the animals will not call each other comrade anymore in an effort to stamp out lingering ideas of equality. At the end of the novel, Napoleon is last seen arguing over a game of cards with Mr. Pilkington, and it's impossible to tell who is the human and who is the pig, showing that the revolution has failed and that the situation has come full circle. Those in power lead comfortable lives, but only at the expense of those that they rule over.